Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday morning live stream. I don't know why I wait till after I start to move my mic. I should probably start doing that before I start. But you don't have 100 pennies? I would take 100 pennies any day of the week, like actual physical pennies. Yep. You see those people like paying their parking fines or tickets, whatever, in pennies. It cracks me up every time. But anyways, guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm good, thanks. Good to hear, Gary. Still not ready to ship those bristlenose plecos, but I haven't forgot about you, buddy. Don't worry. I do have some for you. So just to let you know, let's see. Good morning, everyone in chat. I feel like I've said that about 4 times already, but that's all right. Does the 30 glow eye tetra school decent? I had a group of 12, but they never really moved. Oh, I have 30 glow eye. Glow light. I think they're glow light. Glow light. So what is it? Oh, it's not all good. So first of all, let me talk about a few things. I'm pretty happy. I'm in a pretty good mood. So I hope that doesn't like downplay what has happened this week. Like I'm not in a good mood because I've lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of fish that have died. But I'm still pretty happy. I'm in a good mood. So I hope, like I said, my jovial character doesn't downplay that or is me making light of the situation. I have lost a lot of rainbow fish. Huge order of rainbow fish came in. Well, not huge. 70 rainbow fish came in, and a lot were DOA, and a lot have died in the first couple days. And I have a whopping 8 out of the 70 that have lived. And of course, you know, it's only been a couple days, so who knows what's going to happen. So yeah, it's about $700 worth of rainbow fish down the drain, and this is there's no guarantee, there's no live arrival guarantee, anything like that. This is from importing, so there's nothing. You gamble. It's a gamble. And now I'm at that point where do I gamble again to try to make up for the losses? I feel like you're at the blackjack table. You throw down 200 and you lose, and you're like, well, now I got to make 200. So you go out and you take $200 out of the ATM and you throw it down, try to get your original 200 back. And, you know, sometimes it works out, but most of the time it doesn't. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know if I'm going to order again. It is a pretty big loss, though. It kind of sucks. But that's also going to lead into Monday night's live stream. We're really going to get into it. I'm hoping to have John back on. And he says it shouldn't be a problem. So hopefully John will be here. And we're going to talk about... everyone's spamming. Average Joe's cooking. Yeah, Monday live stream is going to be a good one, and I want to save this topic. We're going to talk about fish. Hey, V-Stag's here. What's up, buddy? I want to save this topic because I want to talk about it with someone else on the stream with me, which is why I asked John to come back on, and he's an excellent... I guess he's not the host. I'm the host. Guest? Co-host is the word I'm looking for. There we go. Co-host. And, you know, he used to own his own fish business as well, so he'll probably have some insight. But we're going to talk about fish abuse in the hobby. And it's going to be a really good stream, I feel. And maybe a little controversial. But, yeah, I wanted to save that for Monday night stream because we usually get about twice as many people on a Monday night. So, and it's something that I'm pretty passionate about, feel pretty strongly about. It will have a nice clickbaity title, so we hopefully get people in to you know, watch the stream. But I gotta make sure all my ringtones are off. The good news is there is some good news. Like I said, I'm in a fairly good mood considering. I'm just in a good mood. I'm happy. What can I say? Tomorrow I'm getting some more Gary Lang rainbows. So I'm getting Herbert axelrodi, which is, okay, I'll do the comment. I'm getting yellow rainbows tomorrow. These are actually Gerald Allen strain yellow rainbows. Getting parva. Parva is a great looking rainbow fish that stays fairly small. That's nice. Not small like a macolochai or any of the other smaller species like the praecox, things like that. They're right around that 3.5-4 inch mark. Beautiful fish. And what's the other one? I'm getting three. Bows. Praecox. I just said it. I'm getting some more praecox. So hopefully those will be back in stock here fairly soon. I'm also changing. I see there's lots of questions and comments in there. Let me get through my rant to start off this live stream, and then we'll get to your questions. So keep commenting all that, but let me get through my rant, and then we'll go and engage with you guys and answer your questions. More Bosemani next week from Gary Lang. But anyways, so parva, yellow, praecox, praecox and parva are Gary Lang. Yellow are Gerald Allen. And then what else was I going to say? I'm changing the way I'm going to quarantine as well. So I'm going to be right now I do everything for 2 weeks. I'm going to be changing that to 4 weeks. So I'm going to be doing a month-long quarantine on everything. There wasn't really anything that triggered that, except there's been a few species that come in that do well, and then for whatever reason, after a couple weeks, they don't. And so I'm going to be changing to a month-long quarantine, and I'm going to try to do things where it won't change for you guys. So right now, I put out an unboxing video, and then, you got to wait the 2 weeks. Right now, I'm going to, I'll film the unboxing. I won't post it for 2 weeks, so when you guys see it, there'll only be like a 2-week delay still. So, but I do want to go to a month-long quarantine process, mainly because I like to fish and I want to spend more time with them. But otherwise, there is some fish that seem to do well, like, hey man, I'm happy, I'm good, I'm here swimming around, and then in a couple weeks, they just come down with something, and the reason being is mainly for like special orders, which sucks if you want a special order in a fish, and you have to wait a month for it. But I did a special order in some snake skin barbs for Bob Vance, and they were good for like the first week, and then the second week hit, and it just. It's been a disaster. So, so there's a couple instances where that's happened. And it's never happened to where I've got fish in, waited 2 weeks, and then sent them to someone, and then they died on someone else. So it wasn't anything like that. It's happened to me, so eventually it would happen to someone else that buys my fish, and we can't have that. So, and honestly, a lot of my fish are already quarantined for a month, like my Santa Maria Endlers. I've had those for a month, and they're still not on the website. So I've kind of already been doing it, but I just kind of wanted to make it official. As far as the rainbows, so my Glossolepis species Gidomin that I got are finally all gone. If you've been following that in my live streams, they came in with fungus and ick. I lost a few of them right off the bat, but this week they finally all passed. So that kind of sucks. Also, the Chilotharina campsi came in looking like they were beat with a 2x4. I mean, bent spines, broken jaws, absolutely horrendous looking fish. They look straight out of like a horror movie. So there's no way I can ever even get rid of these fish. If they even survive, I've already lost, I don't even know how many I've lost. At least half of them. But the remaining ones, there's no way I could ever sell them. So, I mean, technically it's a loss. Like I said, bent spines, broken jaws. They just look absolutely horrendous. So I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. And when you look at something like that, you can't really, from my point of view, you can't really look at the loss like, oh, I just spent $700 on rainbow fish and they all died. It's like, oh, I just lost $2,000 worth of rainbow fish because now I can't sell them, right? So it's the resale that you lose, not the wholesale, which really sucks. And the time and the cost of medicating and food. And it's fun. It's been a challenge. I'm telling you. I'm having trouble finding Nanacara Electric Blue. I know you used to have some. Can you help me find some? That's the other thing, Gary, that I want to talk about is you might notice people that I don't know. Is there anyone that visits my website regularly? A lot of fish are starting to disappear. These are fish that I don't plan on getting back in stock ever. One of them being the Nanacara. And the reason for that is a lot of these fish I just don't make money on. And as much as I would love to just buy fish and sell them to you guys and give you guys a source for, quarantined, better quality fish, I would hope. At least healthier. I don't know about better quality because we're all buying them from the same importers, right? Just give me like 20 Melanotania Bowmani. I think Bowsmani and Bowmani are next week. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's next week. So yeah, as much as I would love to be able to pass those fish on to you, it just doesn't make sense. A lot of those fish, like the Nanacara, the only way I would make money on them is if I bought in bulk. Like if I bought 100, 100 is where you really get your first price break. And then the next one is like 200 or 250, 300. And there's no way I could buy 300 or 100 of really any cichlid and sell them fast enough to not eat into the profits of water, power, food. And so as much fun as it was to buy all these fish over the last couple months, and I've talked about this previous live streams as well, I'm really narrowing it down, and eventually it's probably going to be primarily rainbows, apistos, and a couple of the oddballs that do really well for me, like clown killies and pandagaras. Pandagaras, they're really expensive fish, and I sell them pretty cheap, I feel. They're just bulletproof. I've never, knock on wood, had an issue with any Pandagaras that I've got in. It's crazy. They're just rock solid. So things like that have done really well for me. And like I said, clown killies. But like plecos, the plecos are going to be kind of hit or miss. It's one of those things where like I could buy like green phantom or blue phantom, and you're selling them at $50 a piece, and you're like, it's a lot of money. It is, but it's not when you look at how much it costs me. And again, the plecos are the same way. I'd have to buy like 50 plecos to get them at a decent price to sell them. And so unfortunately, if you came to my website and you bought one pleco, I'd be like, ugh, that's a lot of work for like $10. and that's what it comes down to, unfortunately. I'm not a charity, folks. As much as I'd love to be, I'm certainly not. Eventually I'll get there. Eventually I would love to be able to just give away fish. I think that'd be pretty cool. Do I know what happened to Ryan from Wild Fish Tanks? I do not. Plecos scare me. Plecos are awesome. Matthew Vargas with the 200 pennies. Thank you. Sorry. We gotta close down this monitor over here. So yeah, that's basically my spiel to start off the live stream. That's basically the longest spiel I think I've ever had. We 12 minutes, plus I started a little bit early, so a 15-minute spiel. Let's get to the chat here, see what I've missed. Bob, gimme yo fishes. Bentley Pasco says, legit, when you have Bomani, come tell me how many. I'm actually serious, wanting 20-ish. So I don't know. It's basically one of those things where I just say fit as many as you can in the box. So I don't know that it'll be 20. If I was only getting Bomani, I would definitely get at least 20. But I will hook you up with the YouTuber discount for sure. I mean, if you want, do a little unboxing video, even though it won't be an unboxing video. But, you know, you mentioned the old Steamfight Aquatics website. We'll get you hooked up. Plus, sorry guys. I thought I turned all this crap off. Alright, there we go. That should be it. You have my bat phone contact, so just let me know. Yep. Can keep peacock gudgeons with discus. I don't know that I would. It probably wouldn't be a problem though if you're like in a heavily planted tank, like the tank behind me. Make sure to get a microphone for the unboxing so we can hear the bags, and the rubber bands. I gotta move my chat over here. How about Jeffro from Jeffro's Fish Keeping? He legit disappeared. He came on a live stream. It might be on his last live stream where he talked about other things that are going on in his life. He's made a pretty big commitment to like fitness, so he's doing other things. And yeah, just taking a break from YouTube, from what I understand. That's about all I know though. Thanks, Zen. I hope they make it since I don't have a place to put them to grow out. One of my PG plecos scare me. Alright. Wow. We have a pretty good amount of people here for a Thursday. Bentley says, Jeffro lost a lot of weight. He's looking great. Yep. Yeah, it might not have been his last live stream. I think his last live stream, he was like, oh, sorry I've been gone. I'm going to try to do these live streams more often. And then, of course, it's just gone. Is Jeffro the one that did the interview of Mile High Plecos? Jeffro's the one that got swatted. And that might have something to do with it. I mean, it's tough to say. I don't know, like, I couldn't even imagine going through something like that. Most fish, Gary says, do guppies usually spit food back out? I think every fish I've ever owned has spit food back out. Normally they go, back for it, and it's like they just play with their food. How do I have something to do with it? Swatted. Curtis Schindler, yes. Jeffro's got swatted. If you don't know what swatted is, I can explain it to you. Well, you said question mark, so maybe you don't. It's very common with gaming live streams. It's sad that it's made its way to a fish live stream. But it's basically like if I was live streaming right now, someone would call the cops and say that I have hostages in my house, and guns and all this kind of crap. And they would send the SWAT team to come kick down my door while I'm live streaming. So if you search YouTube for swatted, you'll see it. It's all over the place. People do it a lot. Yeah, but they busted through his window while he was live, and yeah, it's insane. It's I don't even like thinking about it. Like, he has dogs, I have dogs, and my dogs are very protective. So if somebody came busting through my door and it was cops, they would probably not end well for my dogs. But yeah. Yeah, so that happened to Jeffro. And that might have caused some negative emotions towards YouTube and live streaming, but who knows? I can't speak for him. I'm just guessing. I think it has more to do with his current fitness journey and becoming the next strongest man in the world. Personally, you know what I saw the other day? Who's the guy from Mallrats? My Name is Earl. American History X. The dude that weighed like 500 pounds. That dude's like insanely buff now. Do you guys know that? Like, he's like insanely buff. It's crazy. River Life, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Somebody's gonna get killed someday, if not already. I'm pretty sure someone already has. I mean, it happens all over the world. The other guy is Jack now. Yeah. So Kind of thing that got me back into working out again. I'm only like 2 weeks into it, so definitely, nothing like that guy. As I actually saw that, it came across a YouTube recommended video. That guy working out. I don't know his name. I probably should know his name since I'm talking about him. But I'm like, wow, that dude was like, I think it said he was like 550 pounds, and now, like, no surgeries, mind you. He's just ripped. I can't say no surgeries, but I don't know for sure. But now he's like ripped, and I'm like, if that guy can do it, like, there's no excuse why I can't do it. So, yep, should be interesting. Yeah, Rack is here now. We can get this party started. A full-time 8-hour per day streams. Just Flip Aquatic. What's going on, buddy? I was lurking in your live stream yesterday, my friend. Coffee with Flip. Coffee with Flip. He was on Boy Meets World. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, but really, like, if you could go to 500 pounds to, like, the world's strongest man, there's no excuse. Anyone can do it. You look like you could bench a car. You should have been a linebacker for some team. No, Rob is the linebacker. Diesel, the Diesel Mobile. I think he was a linebacker. Weren't you a linebacker? I think you were a linebacker. Oh, hi y'all. Jeff Rose is here. His ears were burning. Who messaged Jeff Rose and told him to come on the stream, guys? Somebody did it. I knew it. Good to see you, buddy. Everyone wants to know where you've been, Jeff Rose. I bet it was... Was it Michael? Was it Michael Trevino that messaged you? Mr. Mile High Trevor. I had to walk away. What happened? I don't know. I can't keep track of what I say. I say too much to keep track of it. We've been dropping names. It's good to see you, Jeff Rose. I hope you're doing well on your fitness journey. I've recently started one myself again. And hopefully will be permanent. We will see. Barbara Jackson is here. Hello. I feel like there's a lot of people here. Normally, on Thursday mornings, I can just kind of sit around and do nothing because there's like 10 people here. I have nothing for you guys. I have nothing. What else do we got going on here? So, new fish coming in tomorrow. Good fish that I don't have to worry about. I think I've already covered... I made a list today. I actually did some prepping for a live stream. And here we are 20 minutes in, and I'm already out of things to say. You said you visit your site every... Oh, yeah. You visit my site every day to make corrections, and I appreciate it. I really do. I make a lot of mistakes. A lot of my website editing gets done at like midnight after I've been packing and shipping fish all day. And I take a look around my fish room, see what I have left, see what I need to put on the site. And after a long day, I make a lot of mistakes. But let's be real, even if it was the first thing I did in the morning, I'd still make a lot of mistakes. So I do appreciate the proofreading. And, if anyone sees mistakes, feel free to let me know. I do encourage fixing my mistakes. Did you say asses be jiggling? What? JY says, hi, I just got here. Sorry I'm late. I was working out. Awesome. That's a great reason to not be here. Everyone should be hitting the treadmill, lifting the weights instead of sitting on our fat butts on a live stream. Bob, didn't you say you can get sparkling gouramis? I did say that. At one point I could. I don't know if I still can. I would have to check. I will check for you. What else we got going on here? Can plants survive in an unfiltered tank for a week while tanks are broken down and moved with light and water, obviously? Oh, yeah. No problem. Plants can survive a week in a box being shipped with no lights or water. So, yeah, you have no problem. You might experience some die-off depending on what kind of plants, but really it shouldn't be an issue. Curtis says, I'm working, but I'm not working out. Michael says, I like doing 12-ounce curls. I'll be setting up 2 new 40-gallon tanks this weekend. Excited. It's been over a year since I've set up any new tanks. Do you already have the fish? Oh, I know what's new. Speaking of new plants, I will be getting a new... That doesn't make any sense at all. Speaking of... Did I say plants? Speaking of new plants? Speaking of... Anyways, guys, this has nothing to do with plants or tanks, but I am getting a new animal. It's an aquatic animal, but it is not a fish or turtle or newt or salamander. For the people that know, do not say what I'm getting because I am not saying it, but it is going to be something that I can guarantee nobody else has. Definitely not an axolotl. It is something, if somebody guesses, I will say. But I can 100% guarantee that no one is guessing what I'm getting because I can say that 99.99999% of you have never even seen one. Crocodile, lungfish. Nope, because I've actually thought about ordering. I can order South American lungfish, and they're not that expensive, and they're really interesting. But I don't know that people could care for them properly. So far I've restrained from ordering them. I want to know when you're going to put on 10 hats again. I was actually looking around, and I'm not even gonna lie. Before my live stream, I had 2 hats on, just to see how stupid I looked. Don't get lungfish. There's a reason why they are so cheap. If I got a lungfish, it would be for myself. Yep. A water spider? There are those spiders that like skip across the top of the water. Sugar glider? A sugar glider is not aquatic. I did say it was an aquatic animal. I would love some sugar gliders though. I had sugar gliders for a long time as a teenager. LOL, I want to send you a sombrero to wear on the stream. I would absolutely wear a sombrero on the stream. I've said my whole life, people have always like joked with me, like, oh, I should buy you this and make you wear it. I'm like, I'll buy anything. If you buy it, I'll wear it. I don't care. As long as I'm not spending money on this ridiculous stuff. Can rope fish live in hard water with 7.8 pH? I honestly probably should look that up for you because I don't know enough about rope fish. Not mud. Everybody and their cousin has mud skippers now. Jeez. Definitely not mud skippers. They're very cool, but they're definitely the flavor of the month. Let's look. Let's look, Mr. Gary. We are looking for rope fish. Rope fish. Someone's probably already mentioned it in chat. 6.0 to 7.5 pH. 7.8 is probably just fine. I don't know. Probably the hard water might cause some issues, but an octopus. Ooh, somebody actually guessed it already, but I didn't say. I said I would say if you guessed it, but then somebody guessed it, and I was like, well, I didn't really expect that to happen. Freshwater clams. There's some good guesses in here. Cuttlefish. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would love a cuttlefish. Are you able to get him in from Gary Lang? I don't think he has get him in. That would be news to me. If Bentley's still here, he might know, but I don't know that I've ever seen Gary Lang with Gittleman. So someone was right and they won't know. Yeah. Yep. It is a snake. It is a snake. Dragon Lair did guess it. It's a fully aquatic snake. So Mr. Dragon Lair has been in my emails and reading my chats. Elephant trunk snake, totally aquatic. It is it is going to test my skill as a herpetologist. Definitely, they are very they are a hard species to keep successfully. What size tank? I don't know if you're talking to me, but an aquatic danger noodle. They are a fish eater, so I don't, if that might ruffle some feathers. I don't know that I would ever show it eating fish, just because it would probably make a lot of people angry, which is funny because not showing it also makes people angry. So, water nope ropes. Bob's got the herps. I do. Not those kind though. Not those kind. I've always said I'm not afraid of anything except for one thing. So I guess I am afraid of something, and that is STDs. Never. Ugh. Gross me out. Anyways, what size tank for the snake? So it is a small. It'll probably be quarantined in a 20 long. I don't have the exact size, but I'm guessing it's going to be about 12 inches. They're very hard to keep alive. So they're definitely for advanced, herpetologists. I don't even know. But a lot of the times they come in with fungus, and it's, I don't know. You guys aren't snake people, so I don't want to get too much into it. Dragon Lair knows. Where's your comment at, Dragon Lair? That it will, Bob. Very sensitive to water quality and hard to get to feed. Yes. So I've been told that they are feeding. That's the only reason I'm getting one, is because they assure me that they are eating. So that's the only reason I'm even attempting it. And I've gotten a lot of advice from people who have kept them successfully, as far as they want low pH, warm water. Why do I have an alarm going off at 9:30 a.m. on a Thursday? Who's in charge of my schedule? That person's fired. So they're going to want low pH, warm water, soft water, lots and lots of tannins. That's what I've been told. So if anything, it'll be a really cool looking tank. It'll be, I guess, if you were to compare it to anything like a South American biotope, lots of tannins. But yeah, they're pretty interesting. It's basically like a gigantic rope fish. So yeah, I like to see snakes in the wild, but not fond of them as pets. I'll stick to fish and warm mammals. Well, yeah. I mean, I've never been a huge snake person, but I've always loved paludariums, things like that, where you can combine both reptiles and fish. How much does he cost? It's not cheap. It's not cheap. They're not expensive, but it's not cheap. I'm getting it cheaper than most would, though, because I'm very super famous. Just kidding. So they're I think they're about $150. So not terrible. They need plant cover too. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool. It'll basically be aquascaping for a snake. So lots of plants, lots of wood, leaves, things like that to get the tannins. I'm looking forward to it, Dragon Lair. It should be fun. I'm open to any ideas or suggestions or advice as well. My specialty has always been lizards. I've kept snakes on and off my entire life, but this is definitely new for me. Gotta head off. Thanks for the stream, Bob. Thanks for stopping by, Flip Aquatics. I appreciate it. I saw my first alligator lizard of the year yesterday. It was pretty warm out. I wish I could keep alligator lizards. All the ones I had, what was that, 2 years ago? They got let go. I had 3, and bred them. They had babies, and then we let them all go. Do they need UVB or any special light? No, they are fully aquatic, so they will never ever come out of the water. I mean, they'll dip their head up for air, but they can stay underwater for about 2-3 hours at a time. So I've seen people keep them and not even put tops on the tanks. So it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I imagine if it's wanting to come out of the water, then there's something wrong with the water. So that would be like, an indicator that I need to fix something. The funny thing is, I got recommended to watch a vid where a snake is kept in a Dutch escape tank about 2 hours back. Alligator skinks are really cool lizards, semi-aquatic. So these are they're actually not skinks. These are not like water skinks. Like I have a water skink, the Sulawesi water skink. But the alligator lizard is the western alligator lizard, and then there's the eastern alligator lizard, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen one in water ever. But the water skinks are really cool. I have one. I'll probably end up getting rid of it, actually, which is unfortunate. But he killed his mate, so I will never have babies again. And I think I'm done working with them. It was short. I've had them for about 1.5 years. Actually, I might be wrong. Are alligator lizard skinks? For some reason, I didn't think they were. I could be wrong. The Lone Aquarius said, I just joined 10 minutes late. Just curious, were you mentioning you're having business issues like pricing changes coming? I know the West Coast alligator lizards, the red-eyed alligator skinks are Asian. There's no price changes coming, anything like that. No, nothing like that. I just lost a ton of money this week, and that's basically all it was about. Just looked up pics online. They look like a snake version of a Shar-Pei. Too much skin for the size of their bodies. What? What kind of leaves can you use in a tank? Which should you stay away from? I would probably say the most common is the Catappa leaf. But people use oak leaves. People use all kinds of leaves. Just make sure that you're baking them first. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm up for the challenge. It's been a while since I've had a challenge. Somebody asked me about my tegu. She is alive. She's doing well. I recently posted a picture of her in the members only section because the videos of my tegu hurt my channel, which is unfortunate. So yeah. It's a red-eyed crocodile skinks. Boy, I remember red-eye. I hate talking about reptiles this long on a fish stream, but when I was a teenager, red-eyed crocodile skinks were $20. Now they're $200. Should have invested in red-eyed crocodile skinks. Mulberry leaves are great. Autos love them. Yeah, I think Catappa is by far probably the most prominent. Like if you were to go to someone's website, or Amazon or eBay or Aquarium Co-op or Flip Aquatics or whoever, it's probably going to be Catappa leaves, I would bet. My dog ate part of my couch. It was her first day not in her crate while I was gone. She's a 10-month-old German Shepherd. Oh boy, yep. You definitely got to watch that with German Shepherds. Oh man, I got extremely lucky. Of course, mine is not a purebred German Shepherd. Mine is a Shepherd. She's Malamute, but I call her Husky because that's what people recognize. I got lucky. She was never a chewer. She, as a puppy, loved shoes, but she wouldn't chew on them. anytime she found a shoe, she would just walk around with it in her mouth, and it would eventually end up in her kennel. So if we were ever missing a shoe, we knew where to go. Which is kind of funny. When I had ferrets, their thing was socks. When I had ferrets, they love socks, and so they wouldn't even take them back to their cage, though. They would hide them under the bed. So I had ferrets. I did let them free roam in a room when they weren't in their cage, in my room. And if I had socks out, they would take them and they would hide them under the couch or under the bed. Weird. Animals are weird. What can I say? When I was a kid, TVs were $200. Now they're over $1,000. TVs have always been expensive for me, though. Like the oh man, I remember getting a Sony Vega TV, those flat-screened silver TVs that weighed like 9,000 pounds and were like $1,500 for a 36-inch. Oh man. I miss my parrot. It was the best pet I ever had. Yeah, parrots are really underrated, I feel. They're really cool. Most people are like, oh, they stink. They don't stink. They don't stink. They stink if you don't clean out their enclosure, just like any other animal in the world. If you picked up a ferret that's in a clean environment, a clean enclosure, and went, it would not stink. So, just saying. Super design using Great Stuff expanding foam. Yeah, I don't know what you're asking, but Great Stuff expanding foam is amazing. That's what I used in my paludarium, my water skink paludarium video. That actually did really well for me, which is weird because it's the only reptile-ish video that's ever done well on my channel. Hey everyone, sorry I haven't been around. I was in surgery. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope everything's alright. My ferret smelled like lavender generally. I got this new lavender cleaning, like, it's supposed to be like pet safe and all this stuff. Lavender, and it smells so bad. Like, this is not lavender. It's awful. It is probably the worst smelling cleaning supply stuff I've ever had in my life. It's terrible. It's awful. I guess we'll stink if we don't clean up our enclosure. That's true. That's true. I mean, if I just sat in my room here and just pooped and peed all over the place, it would stink. Just like a ferret enclosure, a fish enclosure, reptile enclosure. So, yeah. Lavender smells like old ladies. I don't even know why that got... That comment got hidden. I don't know why. It had to be approved. That's weird. Bob, the famous herper, need recommendation on good UVB baking light for new ornate box turtles. Got LED, UVA, UVB on Amazon. It totally doesn't do job. 12 to 18 inches. I hope I have it saved in my favorites here. Let me look. I will tell you the best that you can get. Right here. Well, I don't know if they're the best of the best, but here's what most people will recommend. These guys here. Which, surprisingly, his name is Bob. So, there you go. I will tell you, do not buy Zoomed, do not buy Exoterra. Their stuff, their lights are garbage. If you buy a UVB, UVA, Exoterra, or Zoomed, it'll last maybe 60 days if you're lucky. They are absolute crap. Ferrets have a musk. If you don't keep them clean, it can get pretty ripe. So that would be a fair argument. I would say out of all of the spectrum of animals you can get, the ones that would smell bad the fastest are probably ferrets. I will give them that. I will say that. Like, if you're not on the ball with those guys, they can smell bad fast. I will. Yeah, I do have to agree with that. I want a firebelly newt or dart frogs, but don't know anything about those kinds of setups. Well, luckily there's this channel called YouTube. Website called YouTube that has all the information you could ever want. You can look up like Serpa Design Clint's Reptiles, Josh the Bio Dude. There's so many good reptile channels on YouTube. Bob Stinks Bad Aquatics. Only after apple juice and jerky do I smell bad. It is, whew, man, it's really bad. I have a friend that's allergic to lavender, so you just spray him. Like, you just walk up behind him, like, psh, 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 spray a little lavender on him for fun. That's what I would do. Oh, sorry you died, but it was just a joke. Jeez. I have a connection for those zebra newts, but they aren't cheap. I want a newt that is really common, and I don't know why no one keeps them. The red-effed newt. If somebody out there wants to break the law, go out, collect some red-F newts, send them to me. By all means, feel free. Just don't tell me about it so I can claim ignorance, and I'll just open up a package, and there will be red-effed newts. My P.O. Box is P.O. Box 829, Marysville, Washington, 98270. P.O. Box 829, Marysville, Washington, 98270. Red-effed newts. Just kidding, guys. Don't break the law. Don't collect animals out of the wild illegally. But I would absolutely love those. They are by far my favorite. And nobody keeps them. Nobody sells them. It's very unfortunate. My wife uses lavender scented fabric softener. We have to rewash everything she's going to touch before she comes to hang out. It makes a lot of... I'm telling you, man, lavender. Like, I was buying it, I was like, first of all, I don't know anything about lavender, but I'm like, lavender, that sounds... It's a word that sounds like it would smell good. Like, I think lavender, and I'm like, I bet that smells pretty good. So I bought it. And it's awful. It's Myers. Myers is the brand. Myers lavender multi-purpose cleaner, and I bought it in bulk. So I have a lot of this crap because you know I tend to buy everything in bulk because it's cheaper. It's just better that way. You know, you save money in the long run. Not this time. I'm throwing it all out, and I have now lemon. Back to lemon. Lemon. You know, you just can't go wrong with lemon. Lavender is for relaxing, and it has a unique smell, not like flowery. It sounds like Bob is about to have a giveaway. Yeah, I got bottles of this stuff, man. Bottles of it. Jeez, I told my niece about Beardy's needing better food. He ate a week's worth of crickets in one night. She didn't know. That's good. I was actually going to ask you about that, Barbara. Boy, that guy was in poor shape. I'm so glad to be able to help. Or at least you were able to help actually getting her the correct information. Was checking on eastern tiger. Tiger salamanders are really cool. I believe they are the largest salamander species. No. There's that salamander that gets like 3 feet long. Maybe the largest in the U.S. There's a salamander that gets like 3 feet long. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking tiger was the largest. Not even close. Ornate box turtles are Ferguson Zone 2 reptiles. I'd use a 6.0 Arcadia linear UVB from that distance. Holy smokes. Guys, if you want to know about reptiles, the Shrams, Deb and Cole are the people to go to. Of course, I don't know if they want random people emailing them, but I'm actually going to Google this light right now. Hellbender, 3 foot long salamander. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was something. Oh, interesting. I actually have to redo the UVB light for my turtle. I'm going to have to check this out. Arcadia reptile. All right. Anyways, I'll do that after the live stream. We got 13 more minutes. Hellbender is the largest salamander. Hellbender is a cool name. Yeah, you probably don't want to mess with an animal that's named Hellbender. But let me look. Yeah, these things are massive. Insane. No, the Chinese giant salamander is bigger. There's a bigger? There is bigger? Let's look. Let's look. Let's take a look here. Holy cow, this thing is giant too. At least 5 new giant salamander species identified. Wow. Daryl Deemer, what's going on, buddy? Let's talk about, real quick, I don't know why, Daryl, you reminded me of Aquashella, probably because I met you at a fish convention. But I will be 100% going to Aquashella Dallas now. Plane ticket is bought. I don't have a place to stay yet, but I have the plane ticket. I'm no stranger to sleeping on the street if I have to. Hotels are so expensive. I don't get why they're so expensive. People need to stop stealing towels so we can lower the cost of hotel rooms. Come on. But yeah. So I'm going to be in Dallas for Aquashella. Should be fun. Should be fun. It'll be my first ever Aquashella. I think I'm about 2 years late to the party, but that's alright. It happens. There's cheap air. See, I never even think about Airbnbs. I don't know why. I always go to hotels, which I shouldn't because they're absolutely disgusting. Hotels are disgusting. I guess I just don't know anything about Airbnbs, and I like the fact that I don't have to clean up after myself in a hotel, which is probably why they're disgusting, because of people like me. And not that I'm like leaving messes or anything, but like in an Airbnb, like, do I have to clean? Do I have to like make the bed when I leave? I don't know. I guess I could find out, but I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I can leave a hotel room, like, I don't have to put anything away. I don't have to make the bed. I don't have to do anything. I've never used an Airbnb in my life, so I don't know what the requirements are. No problem handling hell benders. Yeah, I think they're actually pretty docile and pretty nice, if I remember correctly. I don't know how they get the name hellbender, but I'm sure I could find out. The 5-foot Japanese salamander is rarely seen, but huge. That will be my next aquatic animal. We don't have big animals in North America. Our snakes are small compared to tropical species. Native catfish are babies compared to Asian species and others. There's a pretty big catfish, though. I mean, there's some giant catfish out in the world for sure. For sure. No towels should be included. I used to be the one that would like, what was it? On Friends, where Ross like fills his entire suitcase full of hotel crap. I used to be that dude a long time ago, but now it's like I would like fill my bag up with like all this hotel stuff, and then bring it home, and it would just be like, now what am I gonna do with all this crap? I don't need any of this. So that used to be me a long time ago. Oh, Dan's Fish. Dan's Fish. A-lurkin' while a-workin'. I did send you a message. I'm trying to also... I'll just tell you guys since Dan's Fish is here. I want to go check out Dan's Fish Annex. And he said, I'm free to come anytime. And so yeah, I'm going to try to make that happen too, because I'd really love to go out there and check out the Fish Annex, because it's pretty awesome. You show up in a towel to Airbnbs, Bob. It's part of the experience. Something tells me that's not the case, but I don't know. I'll do it though. Hello, friendly fishmonger. Looking forward to your visit. Yes. I am too. But there's a specific time, and I won't say. You know. I do want to go at a specific time. There is $80 and $92 a night available near Aquashella on those dates. Is that for a hotel or Airbnb? Because a hotel is only like $120. If I could pay $120 and trash a room, that's almost worth it for me. Because, you know, I trash everything. Just check because I'm looking for me and a girl. I need to find somewhere. I might just rent a car for like $30 a day and sleep in the car. That seems way cheaper. Guppy Guru, hey all, working and listening. Thanks for stopping by, Guppy Guru. I appreciate it. My daughter stayed in an Airbnb in San Francisco hoarder's home. Her room was lined with boxes to the ceiling. What? I wonder if there's like, are there themed rooms like at Shroot Farms? That would be pretty cool. Like, can I get a themed Airbnb? Tyler says just rent a minivan. That's totally my style. Absolutely, it'd be cheaper. I'll just rent a U-Haul. What are they? They advertise like U-Haul trucks for $30 a day around town. That's money. That's money. You know how much money I would save? I could buy more fish with that money. You're gonna be right by a third day if you stay in the car. Man, it's Aquashella. There's water everywhere. I could just be like, ooh, wipe down. Use a few tanks. Get bedding at a discount store and return it. I don't even need bedding. You know how many times I've slept on the street with no bedding? No big deal. You should get a Dwight-style bobblehead for yourself. Like, wait. Are you saying I should get a Dwight bobblehead or a bobblehead of myself as Dwight? I don't know. I should get a bobblehead of myself and then send it to KG Tropicals because he collects bobbleheads. I should. That would be actually kind of funny. You can go to a truck stop to shower. Jeez. My friends travel a lot and see some crazy stuff in Airbnbs. Yeah. Man, and think of all the Airbnbs with like nanny cams in them. That's kind of crazy. That's a thing. You can look it up online and see like people that stash all these cameras in their Airbnbs. All these pervos, man. Disgusting. Bob, you'll have to vlog your experience sleeping in a van in Dallas. Oh, is this going to be like a thing now? Now I'm going to have to do it. I showered in a Flying J before. Flying Jet? I don't know what a Flying J is. I feel like J would mean jet, but obviously jets fly, so you wouldn't have to put flying in there. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah. Hotels could stash cams too. Yeah, but hotels, like I would totally be okay with an hotel, like a big chain stashing a cam, because how much money did that one girl get in her lawsuit? Like millions. I feel like someone running an Airbnb, like you could sue them, but what are they going to have, like $1? A hotel chain though? That'd be worth it. Why are we even... what's going on with this chat, guys? Come on. Is there anyone even left in here? I don't even know. This is getting ridiculous. I gotta get back to work. Great job on these streams. You, Corey, and Dan's Fish are great. Very authentic personalities. Cheers. Thank you, the Lone Aquarius. If I am anything, I am who I am. Planet Fitness showers are nice. Oh, that is an excellent point. I do have a membership. I could use the showers there. 24-hour fitness. 168 people listening to this nonsense. Why? Why are you guys still here? I do. I have my gym membership. I don't even need to get a hotel. I could just stay at my gym. Problem solved. Wait. I hope there's one in Dallas. Hotels and motels chains are not run one of the oldest services out there, if you know what I mean. I don't. Hotels and motel chains are not run. Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually have no idea. I've showered in it. This stream about like the weirdest place we've taken a shower. I've showered in a semi truck before. It was at a bike rally set up for showers. $5 for as much hot water as you want. Planet Fitness was my shower and bathroom when living in Alaska without running water. This is great, entertaining nonsense. So here's the thing with my gym though, is they actually don't allow you to use it for just showers. Like you cannot get a membership at my gym just to use the showers. So, and I know this because the one I go to, a guy got a membership just to be a weirdo creep and just would hang out in the shower. And they kicked him out. And then he tried to sue them because they wouldn't let him use his showers. He didn't work out. He didn't do anything. He lost. But there are those creepers out there. Just saying. Bob living on the streets of Dallas in the name of fish. It certainly can't be any worse than the streets of New Jersey. Right? I mean, I remember that bridge. One of the bridges I walked across on New Jersey. I don't know. It was like at 1 or 2 in the morning. Like the bridge had a sidewalk, but the whole sidewalk was lined with trash all the way out into the road. And so there was a sidewalk, but I still had to walk in the road. So, I mean, it can't be that bad, can it? Just live in a tent next to a river. Make a video on it. You'll probably get 1 million views. If it was a place I was familiar with, like Seattle, maybe. I mean, you pitch a tent in Seattle, no one even says anything. It's like so common down there. That's why I wish they would bring it to central New York. What? Cole Schramm and Big Steen, thanks much for the valuable info. Cole and Deb are definitely the reptile people. They're who I go to. I've been keeping reptiles a long, long time, but they still know way more than me. In a van down by the river. Frankie Finn's baby wipe shower for months. Been there, buddy. Yeah. I used to be really, really poor. I spent many nights in a car. So I'm no stranger. It doesn't bother me at all. Dallas has lots of RV parks. Rent a pop-up camper. Well, I don't know. The reason I say hotel is because I think they moved the Dallas Aquashella to a different venue that actually has like hotels within walking distance, so you don't have to jump across freeways. So, you know, I have my issues with the aquatic experience, but the nice thing about it being in Jersey is that the hotel is like right on top of the aquatic experience. So that was really cool. The only reason I even walked around is because you're basically like my room was all the way on top, and I could like see the New York skyline, and I'm like, I'm gonna walk over there. I got like hours to kill before I gotta go home and get on my flight. So it was the night before I left, and I was like dead tired. If I fell asleep, there was no way I was waking up for that flight. So I was like, I gotta stay awake. I'm gonna walk over to New York, and after like a couple hours, and I'm still looking at the skyline, I'm like, this was a lot farther than I thought. So then I just turned around and walked back. But I was still walking around for almost 4 hours. And there was a lot of interesting things. A lot of... I was surprised. There was like rabbits everywhere. I saw tons of deer. Like just deer hanging out right by the roads, which was pretty crazy. It was interesting experience for sure. There was a couple of shady individuals, but they normally don't bother me at all, so not a big deal for me. I seen 2 homeless fellas get in a fight over claiming a pedestrian bridge as their territory. I was part of a group, and we like built a bunch of sandwiches and took them down to Seattle and handed them out. And we got to this parking lot. There was like 3 homeless people there, and we're like, hey, look, we got, I don't even know, we built like 100 sandwiches or something like that. I don't remember how many. But it was just crazy. Like we gave these 3 people sandwiches, chips, and like bottled water, something like that. I think we had soda, but it might have just been water. I don't remember. Maybe it was both. But that 3 turned into like hundreds, like in an instant, and we just ran out of sandwiches so fast. And there was like a big scrum. There was like this huge scrum, this massive melee for the last sandwich, and I was like, oh, I just felt so bad that we didn't have more. But that's when you say that you saw 2 homeless fellas get in a fight. It was crazy. I mean, these guys were like fisticuffs, and there was probably, I mean, I don't want to exaggerate, maybe like 6 or 7 people fighting over the last sandwich. But yeah, it's unfortunate. The Hilton connected to Aquashella looks like it has a lazy river. What? No way. No way. Hilton, lazy river, Dallas. Oh, it might actually have one. Does it? Whoa, this thing is insane. This has a water park? This hotel at Aquashella has a water park? Alright, I might have to stay here. Closed for the summer? Oh, that was last year. Okay. Yeah, it's got a water park. Holy cow. Alright. How much is it though? Like $900 a night? Chupacabras run wild in the dirty jurors. I mean, there was definitely some questionable individuals. There was a couple like groups that you could tell, you know, they were up to no good. But like I said, they generally don't bother me. They generally leave me alone. I've done the same thing in Seattle, just like walked around at night, and it's not that big a deal. Bob, bring your inner tube. I'm not saying it's. I'm not like advocating it. Don't go out and do it because don't go walking around in some bad areas of town and then tell them it's okay because Bob said it was all right. So don't do that. Don't do that. I think it's $150 a night. Can't remember though. You know, the interesting thing is, I remember when I was looking at it, and you can get like the Aquashella discount. Use this link. It was actually cheaper to use Expedia than it was to use the Aquashella discount. So that's the kind of stuff that really kind of irks me. I don't know why. It shouldn't, but it does. You're famous, Bob. Someone will let you bunk with them. Yeah, I've had people offer, but I don't know. That's weird. It's weird. I don't know why. It just is. I live in New Jersey, and it's clean. It's nice and clean. 30 years here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, just like Seattle, you know, like Washington State is beautiful, but there's areas that are trash. Every state's like that. I'm not saying all of New Jersey is trash. I'm just saying this area where I was at is trash. Just like if I go down to First Avenue in Seattle, it is trash. It is garbage. But Washington State is beautiful. So that's what I mean. You're famous. Oh, are you dang? Could have brought the kids. I couldn't believe how woodsy and how much wilderness is in New Jersey. Yeah, it really is. Like when you fly over New Jersey, it is this trees everywhere. Yeah, there's lots of cool things in New Jersey. But yeah. I guess I won't offer up our Dallas hotel room then. Don't you already have like 18 people staying in your hotel room? And it's all dudes. So there's plenty of man meat already packed in that hotel room. I don't need to add to it. Jeez. Man. New Jersey has bears. Yeah, it's just black bears though, right? Like, who cares about black bears? Black bears never hurt anyone. Yes, but listening while working, we're creeping. We'll be down by the river. Florida is great, beautiful, no crime at all ever. Yeah. So, I guess I don't know if I should like specify. Like, I don't see the problem. When I say New Jersey, it was when I say I went to New Jersey and there was trash everywhere. I don't know New Jersey well enough to say like this area of New Jersey. Like I know Washington well enough that I could say Seattle is an S-hole. There's trash everywhere. Okay, you get out of Seattle and like everywhere is beautiful. Well, I mean Tacoma has issues, Olympia, blah 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 blah. Any major metropolitan area is kind of trashy in Washington. But I don't know Jersey well enough to say like Secaucus Jersey. Is that even how you say it? I don't even know. Was really trashy, but all the other Jersey is nice. So, I just don't know Jersey well enough, so I just say New Jersey, and then people get mad because I say New Jersey is trash. But it was really, my experience was this one area in New Jersey where the streets were lined with trash, and there was trash everywhere. Several years ago, someone was killed in New Jersey by a black bear. I mean, like any animal, that's that size is capable of killing you. You got to be aware of your surroundings. Like when I go hiking, there are bears and cougars, and mountain lions, bobcats, whatever. I mean, even goats out there can get angry at people sometimes. But like if I see a black bear in the wild, am I scared of it? No, not generally, unless I see cubs. If they're cubs, then I'm scared. You better believe I'm scared if there's cubs. But if there's just a black bear running around, it's not that big a deal. Vermont is a very underrated state, very rural and scenic. I would love to go there someday. Same with like Connecticut. I would hope to be able to check off like every state. By the time I leave this earth, I would hope I'm able to check off every state. Because, every state has its trash and every state has its beauty. So, is Aquashella Chicago at the same place as last year? No, I believe they got somewhere. I know they moved locations, so I definitely know it's not at the same place. But I think they moved it to a bigger location. Oh no! Oh, you said Chicago. Okay, Chicago. I don't know about Chicago. I sure hope so. If from what I read and saw about Chicago, is that it was very cramped. It was really small, and there was way too many people. So I hope they move. I hope they move locations. I know Dallas was the same way. Like seeing the videos of the lines at Dallas last year, it seemed pretty awful to me. So hopefully they'll do the same thing in Chicago and get a bigger place. Bob, a cat would just like to high five. Out here when you get way, way, way back into the mountains and there's lynx everywhere, which is a really small cat, but they don't even care. Like they'll be out sunning, and I can get within like 10 feet of them before they'll start to care, which is pretty cool. Come to Idaho. I've been to Idaho lots of times, probably like a dozen times. I've been to Silver Mountain a lot. I love Silver Mountain. Silver Mountain is in Idaho. It's a ski resort and has a huge gondola ride to get up to the resort. It's really cool. You laugh about goats. Check out Angry Ram. Hey, goats are serious. Like, goats, I wouldn't mess around with goats. I just said, like, goats can attack people as well. But it's all about, giving them the space. Every animal needs their space. Western North Carolina is beautiful. I came here to visit and I never left. Yeah, I would like. I'm trying to think. Like, I've never been to Hawaii. I haven't been to Alaska. I need to go to those two definitely. I've been to North Dakota, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Oregon, California, Arizona, Texas. Nevada, obviously, Florida, New Jersey now. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff on the East Coast I still need to go to. I've never been to Mississippi. Mississippi. Maine is actually. So what I've been told, I had a friend who was from Maine. Lived there a long, long time, and he said that Maine was very similar to Washington, and so that to me has always put like Maine on the back, like down the list on places where I want to go. He said like the climate and everything is very similar to Washington. So it's like, do I really want to travel all the way across the country, just to go to Washington? Like, I'm leaving Washington and I'm going to Little Washington. So I do want to go there, but it's like like I said, I want to go to all the states, but it's pretty far down on the list. Just I don't know, and maybe that's not an accurate description. Maybe I shouldn't feel that way, but that's just the way I feel. Come to Kansas. We got the best looking dirt bar. I want to go there for the. I want to go to Kansas City for the food, for the barbecue. Oh, somebody's here. Maybe. I want to visit all the states and go on crazy fishing trips. Oh, it's after 10 o'clock. What am I doing? I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. Okie dokie. My dog thinks she needs the bark too. Visit Delaware. Yeah, I need to come to Delaware because you guys have a really awesome fish store there now. The Super Cichlids fish store is really cool. I got some mail. I'm looking for a knife or scissors. I went canoeing in Arkansas once. Beautiful country, Buffalo. See, like I would love to go to every state and do anything on water. Canoeing, kayaking, whitewater rafting. Whitewater rafting would actually be my preferred method. Why don't I have a knife? I got everything on my desk except for a knife or scissors. What in the world? Unbelievable. Oh, apparently I can just rip this open anyways. My name is on the sidewalk in front of Old Main. That's kind of cool. Ooh, baby. Actually, the glaciers are made of northern half of the state. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but I'm going to rip this open, even though it has nothing to do with fish. Delaware has Jobs Fish Room. That's true. I had to message Chris V-Stag. I messaged Chris the other day because I haven't seen him in a while. Let me make sure everything's doing good on his end there. So I actually just talked to him a couple days ago. 1980s Goose Maverick. This is like some nerd stuff right here. This would be a lot easier if I had scissors. I don't even know why I'm doing this while I'm live. Live unboxing. Yes, live unboxing of stuff that has nothing to do with fish. Man, why do you use so much tape? Good Lord. All right. Sweet. Do you guys want to know what it is? Fortunately, see, they have had Unfortunately, CJ, they've had caves in the Devil's Den closed, or at least all the main ones, due to white fungus on the bats. Devil's Den State Park, favorite place to go caving. We have the ape caves here, which are interesting. All right, guys, we're gonna go 12 more minutes. Jobs Fish Room, where's that? Jobs Fish Rooms, Jobs Aquarium Fish is a YouTube channel, and he has a pretty substantial fish room at his house, and he's in Delaware. It's not nerds like nerd. It's like, I don't know, just basketball cards. It's a 1991 sealed wax pack skybox basketball cards. That's all. Nothing exciting for you guys. Delaware has Jobs Fish Room. Yep. Anyway, so yes, that is Jobs Aquarium Fish. He's used to be on the live streams a lot, but he's pretty busy now. So, but doing well. Speaking of not fish-related topics, Bob, for someone just interested in fish videos and editing software, what kind of non-Mac computer would you suggest? All right. You're going to want a lot of RAM and a good video card. That would be my advice. If you're building it, that's one thing. If you're looking for pre-built, like a HP, Dell, whatever, just make sure you get as much RAM as you can afford. Been on eBay. Yeah. So I do. So just like my fish deals, my deal alerts, I have alerts set up all over the place for things that I'm interested in, various hobbies. So I also have things like that set up for eBay. So when things like this get listed really, really cheap and the bids are really low, I go, it sends me the alert. I put my bid in. I very rarely win. I'd say probably about 5%. I actually get something like this. I mean, this is a 91 sealed, completely sealed. There's 36 packs of baseball or basketball cards in here, and I got it for I think like $4.50 because it just skipped through. Nobody saw the bids on it, and so like I could easily resell that for way more. Well, not way more, but I could probably like sell it for like $20. It's not like massive amounts of money here, but that's kind of what I do. It's kind of a hobby of mine to buy low and sell high on anything. I have Topps unopened wax pack that has Shaq's rookie card showing. Yeah, and that's I mean, I've been having to go through all my stuff just for insurance reasons, and that's why I have all these basketball cards laying out right now. But anyways, definitely have the alerts for eBay and Amazon and Best Buy, because every once in a while you can get stuff really, really cheap on Best Buy. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just fun for me. What can I say? I could be in Jane. You guys were talking about caves while I was gone, huh? So i7, I actually have an AMD processor in the computer I just built, and it is amazing. It is amazing. But anyways, if you want specifics, Ginger, I would just email me. And Nick says for editing, I would go with Ryzen. Yeah, I got the 3950, 64 cores of awesomeness. That 30-minute 4K video rendered in minutes. My last video was the last video was in 1080p, and what is it, like 13 or 14 minutes long, and it edited in like 38 seconds. I mean, that's insane. And I don't even have like a top of the line graphics card, but I do have The 3950, which is a 64 core processor. I have 64 gigs of RAM, and a lot of LED lighting. And let's be real, it's the LED lighting that makes the computer fast. So when it's dark in here and there's no lights on and my computer's running, it's like a rave in here. And you know, the LEDs add probably about 20% efficiency to all the other products. It's fact. Scientific fact. This is more interesting and entertaining than any old yucky fish stream. What? This is about as random as it gets, and surely there's not anyone still here. Somehow there is still 143 people here. Any cold water fish on your list? Are you talking about like that I have access to buy, or like on my list that I want to keep? Generally, the only cold water fish that I have access to buy are going to be like goldfish and koi. I've never really seen any like tequila goodyeads, colder water. Never seen a goodyead on a wholesale list ever. Some like native fish I've never seen on a wholesale list. As far as like on my personal list, like what I'd want to keep, I would love to keep a shiners and darters. Like do a native tank with shiners and darters. I think that'd be really cool. Oh, white clouds. I forgot about white clouds. Weather loach would be another one. But I don't know that I've seen a weather loach. Of course, I don't look. You know, maybe it's because I don't look for the fish. Maybe they're there, but I just don't look at them. Like normally when I get a new list, like tomorrow I'll get a new list, and I go straight to the rainbows, then I go to epistos, and then I go to plecos. And then I kind of after all that, then I kind of skip around like the oddballs and weird stuff. But that's kind of my deal. Pygmy sunfish are amazing. I used to have the Okefenokee pygmy sunfish. I don't anymore, but I would love to keep that fish again, but never on a wholesale list. Never. Rainbow shiners. I can tell you a good source for rainbow shiners would be like Imperial Tropicals. That's where I got mine years and years and years ago. I don't know if they have them in stock right now. I don't even know if they're the same price. They were $10 when I got them. I wouldn't say Hillstream loach. Josh asks, aren't Hillstream loaches cold water? I wouldn't put them in cold water. I wouldn't put them in that category. They're like a upper 60s, lower 70s is kind of ideal for them. You know, you could say the same thing like clown killies are good in. I would say they're more for like unheated aquariums in your house. Whereas like a lot of these other fish we're talking about can be outside year round, like koi, for instance, right? A lot of the native fish can get really cold. Like I'm sure Hillstream loaches can go down pretty low, like probably in the 50s. But yeah, I don't know that I would specifically list them as a cold water fish. Who sells cold shrimp in bulk like 100 or more? I have no idea. Sorry. You could look at Aquabid. That's probably a place to go. Maybe Aquabid. I mean, we could look right now. Let's see. I can't believe that hotel has a water park. Oh, inverts. Invertebrates. 40 plus fire shrimp for 60. 60 red cherry shrimp for $60. I don't see anything that's 100 plus though. I'm sure you could, if someone's selling 60, I'm sure you could sell them a message or send them a message and say how much for 100. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe LRB Aquatics. I don't know that he would have 100 of them. Like I know he sells coals, but I don't know that he would do it like 100. I don't even like his shrimp are so good that would he even have 100 coals? I don't know. He's got pretty good shrimp over there. Aquashella is looking even better. I mean, what's the weather like in May? I guess it's Texas, so it's probably warm. What's the coolest tent for geophagus? I honestly don't know enough about geophagus. As far as I know, they are a tropical species, though, so not that cold. But there might be some species of geophagus that can go cold water, but I don't know offhand. Very warm. Oh, very warm. Maybe I don't want to go if it's going to be super hot. Maybe I don't want to go if it's going to be super hot. Hi, everyone. Been watching Corridoras again lately. I mean, how could you not ever have Corridoras? I don't think I could ever keep fish and not have at least one species of Corridoras. They're pretty awesome. And hello. All right, I have to go live now. Bye, y'all. ACA Aquatics, thanks for stopping by. We're going 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 80s at least. 80s isn't so bad. Most geophagus can't take below 68, says Dragon Lair. Yeah, so definitely wouldn't consider them like a cold. I guess it would depend on your definition of like, that's kind of a relative term. Cold for me can be completely different than cold for you. As far as, you know, what fish fall into what category, what temperature. Ellen says, I'm originally from Austin. May is getting very warm in Texas. 80 sounds like a pleasant temperature. That doesn't sound too bad. 80s could be all right. Nice. Nice. Hop, there's a water park. You don't want to be there when it's cold. I prefer traveling when it's cold. I don't know. It just seems like there's less people around when it's cold out. Can I keep Mexican dwarf crayfish with neon tetras? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. I don't think that would be a problem at all. It was so cold in Dallas last time. Looking forward to May. Well, it should be pretty cold in Chicago. Right? I think Chicago is going to be in like September, October, November. I don't think they have a date yet, do they? Maybe that'll be the last thing we do on this stream. See if Aquashella has a date for Chicago. It does not. No date yet. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this stream. I want to thank you all for hanging out. And thank you, Matthew Vargas, Fisherman Fever, and Daryl Deemer for the super chats. I appreciate it. There was also a new member before the stream, so thank you for becoming a member. Don't forget, new member. You do get a discount on the website, so be sure to go back and look at that post in the members only section. And this was fun. Be sure to come back for Monday's live stream. I'm going to have John again. Will be the co-host, and we're going to talk about some fish abuse. Yeah, should be an interesting live stream for sure. And I'm really looking forward to it. And it'll be nice for me to be able to vent and have someone there like John who can kind of reel me back in to reality when I go on my little tangents. So this was a lot of fun. Thank you all for coming and hanging out and thumbs upping and commenting and lurking. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you all Monday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific.